All right, so have you ever stumbled upon something that just screams future? Because today we are diving headfirst into Microsoft's new AI agents,
And I know what you might be thinking.
another AI hype cycle.
Right. But hold on, because this is different.
This is next level.
We're talking about AI that operates autonomously,
These agents can handle your tasks, gather information, make decisions.
all on their own. It's like having a tireless digital assistant.
And to help us unpack all of this, we've got this fantastic article that lays it all out. So, are you ready to peek into the future of business?
Absolutely. And what's really fascinating is how Microsoft is pushing past simple automation.
It's not just about scheduling emails anymore.
No, we're talking true AI autonomy, which has huge implications across industries.
That's a big deal.
It is. These agents learn and adapt in real time. They're not just following a script, they're handling complex processes.
Speaking of which, the article mentions something called Copilot Studio. What is that?
Ah, now that's where things get really interesting. Think of Copilot Studio as a platform where businesses can design and customize their own AI agents.
So you're saying you can tailor these AI to fit your specific needs.
Precisely. And you don't need to be a tech expert to use it.
Okay, that's huge. The article did emphasize how user-friendly this system is, but is it really accessible to all businesses, or is it just for the big players?
That's what's so exciting. Microsoft is making this level of AI accessible to even smaller companies. This kind of sophisticated automation used to only be an option for large corporations.
The huge budgets.
Exactly. But now, with Copilot Studio, it's like everyone suddenly has access to a team of virtual assistants.
It's leveling the playing field.
In a way, yes. And the best part, it's not just theoretical. The article highlights some really interesting real-world applications.
Like, for example, pets at home.
The UK pet supplies retailer.
Right. They're projected to save potentially 7 figures annually by using these AI agents.
It's a perfect illustration of how this technology translates into real-world results. In their case, they're using AI agents to streamline their customer service.
So, less time on hold.
You got it. Their AI agent gathers all the necessary information much faster than a human employee ever could.
That frees up their staff to actually, help customers.
Exactly. Provide more personalized service. And the article mentioned another great example, Clifford Chance.
That's the global law firm, right? So we're not just talking about pet supplies anymore. What are AI agents doing in a law firm?
It really highlights how versatile this technology is. Imagine AI agents poring over legal documents, analyzing precedents, maybe even drafting initial versions of contracts.
Those are tasks that would typically take a team of lawyers hours, if not days.
Exactly. But AI can do it much faster.
Makes you wonder, what can't these things do? Speaking of which, the article did touch upon the security aspect of all this, and I know for our listeners, security is a major concern.
Rightfully so.
Especially when we're talking about something as powerful as AI. So what is Microsoft doing to ensure that these agents are trustworthy, especially when handling sensitive information like in a law firm?
It's absolutely crucial, and Microsoft emphasizes the robust security measures they've implemented in these AI agents. But it's bigger than just data protection.
It's about making sure they're used ethically.
Exactly. It's about aligning their decision-making with ethical and legal frameworks.
So it's not just about whether they can access data, but how they use it. And the article mentioned a bunch of areas where these AI agents can be used. Sales, customer support, supply chains, knowledge management. It's like they're transforming every aspect of business.
The range of applications is certainly impressive.
Yeah.
And one thing that I find really compelling is how these agents integrate with existing data systems.
Oh, yeah.
Take knowledge management, for example. Many businesses use platforms like SharePoint to store documents.
Right, but actually finding the information you need.
It can be a nightmare, like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Tell me about it.
Now imagine an AI agent integrated with SharePoint, capable of not just searching keywords, but actually understanding the context.
So instead of getting a million files with the word marketing, you get a report on last year's campaign.
Exactly. You could ask complex questions like, what were the key takeaways from customer feedback on our new product?
And the AI just figures it out.
It analyzes all the relevant data, from surveys to sales figures, and delivers a concise summary.
Okay, now that's impressive. It's like having a team of analysts at your fingertips.
And it's not just about efficiency. It's about revolutionizing decision-making. Imagine making decisions based on real-time insights instead of gut feeling or outdated information.
That would be a game changer. But it seems like we're just scratching the surface here. The article hinted at the future potential of these AI agents, like this is just the beginning.
It really is. As AI continues to evolve, these agents will become even more sophisticated, capable of even more independent thought.
So we're not just talking about automating tasks, we're talking about AI partners in innovation.
Exactly. Imagine AI identifying patterns, anticipating trends, even proposing completely new solutions that we as humans might never have considered.
It's almost,
Mind-boggling.
yeah, mind-boggling. And it makes you wonder about the future of work, the future of, well, everything. What does it mean for us as individuals in a world increasingly shaped by AI? It's kind of mind-blowing to think about, right? Like, we're talking about AI that can help run a pet store and draft legal
It
documents.
speaks to the adaptability of this technology.
It really does. It makes you think, what are the limits here?
It's an exciting time to be working in this field, that's for sure.
Speaking of exciting, but maybe a little unnerving, the article did mention security. And I know our listeners are always concerned about that.
As they should be, security is paramount, especially when we're talking about AI with this level of access.
Exactly. So did the article say anything about what Microsoft is doing to make sure these AI agents are secure, especially when you've got things like client data involved?
They did. They emphasized the security measures built into these AI agents, and they've made it clear that it's not just about protecting data from hackers, though that's obviously a huge part of it.
Right, because it could be legal information, financial data.
Exactly. They're also focused on making sure these agents operate ethically and within legal boundaries.
So it's not just can they access the data, it's will they use it responsibly,
Precisely. It's about responsible AI development.
which is good to hear.
Hmm.
But getting back to what these AI agents can actually do, the article mentioned a ton of different applications. We're talking sales, customer support, even supply chain management. It's like they're transforming every single part of a business.
The range of applications is definitely impressive, and I think one of the most fascinating aspects is how these AI agents can connect with a company's existing systems.
Okay, so give me an example. How does that work in the real world?
Well, think about knowledge management. A lot of companies use platforms like SharePoint to store documents.
Right, but finding what you need in those things.
It can be a nightmare.
You're telling me it's like searching for a needle in a haystack sometimes.
Exactly. So imagine an AI agent that's integrated with SharePoint. And it's not just searching for keywords, it's actually understanding the information in those documents.
So it's not just pulling up every file with the word marketing in it. It's
Hmm.
actually understanding the context.
Exactly. You could ask it a complex question. For example, what were the key takeaways from the customer feedback on our new product?
And it could sift through all of that.
It could analyze customer surveys, sales figures, all the relevant data, and give you a concise, insightful summary.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. That's like having a team of research assistants working for you 24/7.
And it's not just about the speed and efficiency. Think about what this means for decision-making. Leaders can make informed decisions based on real-time data, not on a hunch or on outdated reports.
That's a game changer. But what about the bigger picture here? I mean, the article hinted at the future potential of these AI agents, and it seems like we're just scratching the surface.
We are at the very beginning. As AI technology continues to improve, these agents will become even more advanced.
So they'll be able to do even more, think even more independently.
Exactly. Imagine AI agents that can not only analyze existing information, but also anticipate future trends, identify patterns that we might miss.
And come up with totally new solutions. Solutions humans might not even think of.
Precisely. The possibilities are incredible.
It's almost a little scary, to be honest. It makes you wonder, what does this mean for the future? For our jobs, for our lives? What does it mean to be human in a world that's becoming increasingly reliant on AI?
These are big questions. And they are exactly the kind of questions we need to be asking ourselves.
It really does make you think, where do we go from here? We've covered a lot of ground, from how these AI agents function to their potential impact.
And it's clear that this technology is evolving rapidly.
It's moving so fast, faster than I think any of us could have predicted, even a couple of years ago. But knowing all of this, how do we actually use it? How do we prepare for a future where AI is so deeply integrated into our work, our businesses, our lives?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is. And it's not just a question for tech experts or business leaders. It's a question for all of us.
It really is, because the future of AI isn't something that's going to happen to us. It's something we're creating right now.
We are. And that's both exciting and a little daunting, right? Because it puts the power in our hands.
It does, and it challenges us to be thoughtful, to be responsible.
And maybe a little bit brave, too.
Absolutely, because The most incredible applications of this technology, they're probably the ones we haven't even imagined yet.
And that's what makes this so fascinating. We're not just talking about incremental improvements. We're talking about a fundamental shift.
A paradigm shift. And like any major shift, it comes with challenges.
Of course. But it also comes with incredible opportunities. Opportunities to work smarter, to solve problems we never thought we could solve, to create a future that's truly better than what we can imagine today. And honestly, that's what I find so inspiring about all of this.
It's an invitation, isn't it, to step into the future with our eyes wide open, ready to learn, to adapt, and to shape this technology in a way that benefits everyone.
That's a great way to put it. It's an invitation. So, to our listeners, the question is, will you accept the invitation? What will you do with the power of AI? Because the future is waiting to be written. And we can't wait to see what you create.
That's right. The possibilities are limitless.
This has been an incredible conversation. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into the world of Microsoft's AI agents. It's a topic that's going to continue to evolve, and we'll definitely be keeping a close eye on it. Until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating, and as always, thanks for listening.